Hi there. Welcome to the Rambler Sports Locker. I'm Maura Guthrie.
And I'm Garrison Carr. We're excited to be here hosting this special 5-year anniversary episode of RSL. Tonight's show features on-air and behind-the-scenes contributions from 30 alumni who have traveled from near and far to be here. A lot has changed over the years, Maura.
Well, not that much, Garrison, since we just finished writing the script 15 minutes ago.
I'd deny it if I could, but that is absolutely correct. Man, we made a lot of great memories while here as part of the Rambler Sports Locker.
We sure did.
Especially frantically trying to throw a show together late in the day, and you pawning off your video editing duties off on someone else.
Well, before the waves of nostalgia carry us too far, Garrison, let's focus on our real top story. The Loyola men's volleyball team finds itself in familiar territory as MIVA tournament action gets underway. Joe Flaherty has the latest from the back-to-back national champs.
A wise man once told me never mix math and volleyball, but tonight we'll make an exception. Last week, the Ramblers invited Ball State to Gentile Arena on senior night, the final day of the regular season, with the second seed in the MIVA tournament on the line. Loyola had 3 scenarios: win in 3 sets, and the second seed was theirs; win in 4 sets, and they'd have to do it by more than 2 points. Any other result, even a Loyola win in 5, would send the Cardinals to the 2 seed. Got it? All right, enough with the numbers. Let's get to the highlights. Ramblers rocking the gold uniforms, and senior Nick Olson wraps up a tight opening set with one of his 10 kills. In the second, Ben Playstead rips home one of his match-high 18 to send the set to extras, setting the stage for Jeff Jendrick to do what he does best. Take it away, Joe.
Wow, a huge block in the middle by Jeff Jendrick on the overpass.
Man, love that guy's voice. So the Ramblers following the script on their way to a sweep, but the Cardinals get bailed out by a late Rambler error to seal the third set. And in the fourth, it's Will Tischler adding to his first career double-double as Loyola runs away with the set and surpasses that magical 2-point margin. So Loyola snags the 2 seed, Ball State slides to 3, and Olson is excited for a possible rematch in the MIVA tourney.
Yeah, they're a good blocking team, but we're a great attacking team. So it's kind of you kind of take it what it's worth. They're good, but you can only be so good at blocking.
Even with the 2 seed, the Ramblers season did not go as smoothly as planned. A number of roster changes set Loyola back a few steps, but Loyola is feeling confident come tournament time.
Here we go. The number 2. It's a magic number. For Loyola's men's volleyball team, it's 2 consecutive national championships. In the past 4 years, the number 2 seed has defeated the top seed 3 times in the MIVA tournament, and it was the Ramblers twice. Loyola is pursuing its 3rd straight national title, but the Ramblers enter the tournament season with their worst record since 2013 at 19-7 overall. This season was no walk in the park. Former head coach Shane Davis resigned just days before the season started to coach Northwestern's women's team. National Player of the Year Thomas Jeski chose to forego his senior season to play professionally in Poland, and sophomore star Ricky Gevis broke his ankle mid-February. But through the adversities, the Ramblers have found ways to stay competitive.
The Ramblers are tough this year, and we keep kind of telling them that, and they keep showing us that. So we've dealt with a lot. We've dealt with some different lineups. We've dealt with some tough sets, some tough matches, injuries, all that stuff. And night after night, we've been tough, we've been resilient, and we've been difficult to beat.
Heading into the MIVA tournament, Loyola is confident the number 2 will play in its favor once again. The Ramblers are the 2nd seed and are looking to take home their 3rd consecutive conference title. First year Will Tischler plans to approach the tournament no differently than previous games.
Just take every game at a time, 1 at a time, 1 point at a time. It's just a game, it's not like it's life or death. So just staying positive, I know from past experience, just helps.
Tischler has begun to play more since Gevis' injury and is gaining confidence on the court. Coach Holst says right now the team's caliber of play, competitiveness, and confidence is exactly where it needs to be.
I think we should feel good about where we are at the end of the season. We've come a long way. It's been a long year, and I mean that in a good way. We should feel pretty good, I think, about the volleyball we've played that's earned us number 2 seed. It's a positive. It's a lot of work went into it, so we feel good about that.
No matter how the conference tournament shakes out, Holst is pleased with his results in his first season on the job. For the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Madeline Kenny.
We'll see if that confidence is well placed as just minutes from now the Ramblers host Quincy in the MIVA quarterfinals. Should they advance, you can catch their semifinal matchup next Wednesday at 7 p.m. on ESPN3 with our own Joe Flaherty on the call.
Each year, just once a year, the Ramblers softball team takes on crosstown rival DePaul in a battle for city supremacy. Now, this season's edition takes Loyola away from home to Lincoln Park. The Ramblers haven't beat the Demons since 2012. Since then, it's been all DePaul, winning the last three by a combined score of 17-2. This one wouldn't be so easy, but DePaul pitcher Morgan Mays would be some trouble. A complete game, 9 strikeouts, even an RBI on offense, and that's the difference in the sixth. Ramblers' Erica Nagel gets to third on an error. Brooke Woderski brings her in on a sac fly to tie the game. It wouldn't last long. Bottom half of the frame, Demons' Sherrill Chambers would score on another error to make it a 2-1 game. That score goes final as the Demons escape with 1. Loyola headed to Northern Iowa for 3 games over the weekend.
As some of you RSL superfans may remember, back in his senior year, Joe Flaherty set himself up for epic humiliation when he challenged some of Loyola's finest athletes. In his post-grad boredom, Joe decided he must seek revenge. This time, he brought backup. Though we aren't sure why Joaquin agreed. This is Pros vs. Joes, Part 2.
I'm a guy who talks about volleyball a lot. Play-by-play, I'm on the National Voting Committee, what have you. But fun fact, I've never actually played volleyball in my entire life. So I figured, it's one of the best volleyball teams in the nation, probably the world, right here at my disposal. Maybe now is a good time to figure out if I'm any good at volleyball. So I'm gonna go try and return some serves. Wish me luck.
Meet Dane LeClaire, a freshman setter for the 2-time reigning national champions, and he can bring the heat. My inside sources tell me his fastest serves come in at nearly 70 miles an hour. So yeah, they'd be arrested for speeding on the highway. Anyways, Dane tried his best to give me some last-second pointers, but I don't think we were on the same page.
So the center of my chest has to line up with his arm? I don't care.
Astute viewers will remember the last Pros vs. Joes where my lack of lateral quickness was thoroughly exposed, leading me to believe...
Yep, this is my nightmare.
And boy, was I right. Take a look at this first serve. It gets past me before I could even react. All right, how about the second one? Yeah, no, same story. But lo and behold, on serve number 3, hey, I made contact.
Oh man. All right, so 1 out of 3 ain't bad, and I am counting that as 1. So, a 300 batting average gets you in the Hall of Fame in baseball. So, just saying, I got 5 years of college eligibility left, so my tryout for the Ramblers is on film. So, Coach Holst, ball's in your court, man. I'm your next libero. I got
you. Okay, just this once it's Joquin. Before I faced Cal Kennedy, I decided to play one-on-one with Nader, and man, it was cathartic. However, seeing Joe dismantled in such a humiliating fashion left a bitter taste in my mouth.
Joe, just why? That's what happens when you play a sport you've never played before. See, I'm gonna stick to my comfort zone. I'm gonna stick to basketball, baby, because that's what I do every day. I'm about to play a Division I basketball player. None other than...
Yo, Cal's sick, bro. Leo sent me.
Damn it, Leo.
I got off to a hot start, and by hot start I mean I made a basket. Then it was Turk's turn to get going, and let's just say he isn't the best three-point shooter in Loyola basketball history for nothing. He even added a block for good measure. But I wasn't going to go down without a fight. Let's just say I wasn't the Greensboro Recreational Champion for nothing. I climbed all the way back and even had a chance to win. Even got to shoot a contested three-point shot and make that one too. However, my Lindley coaches didn't teach me basic dribbling fundamentals, and in prime Turk fashion, he ended the game with a 3-point swish.
I couldn't let him win. Yeah, dang point on the 2.
With another win, the final tally was Pros 2, Joes nothing.
That's all from Mara and I. Next block, we've got a dunk contest and a bake-off to look forward to.
We all like sports here, we just can't all play them. But before we dig into that, we've got some very special messages from some RSL alums who couldn't join us tonight. Enjoy!
Hi everyone. Hey guys.
Gabe here from San Francisco.
Hello from Beijing. Hi everyone. I miss you all so much and I hope you're all doing well.
So favorite sports locker memory?
We have so many Rambler Sports Locker memories. It just seems like so many that I couldn't even pick my favorite. But
my favorite memory from Sports Locker has to be the Halloween episode when Jake Mazinke dressed up as Superman and he came out and protected Mila from me mugging him. Everyone thought we were actually mugging him. People were about to call the cops, but it was hilarious.
I would say my favorite Rambler Sports Locker moment is probably a combination of moments, and those would be all the times that we went out to eat and hung out with each other after the shows.
We also had a really great family dynamic. Megan had 2 studio husbands, but she got married to Joe, and Joaquin was the person who mediated the wedding, even though I think we were all convinced that Joe and Joaquin were actually together.
Garrison and I were on the desk, and we were about to sign off the show, and Garrison goes, "I'm Garrison Carr," and I'm supposed to say, "and I'm Ryan Cole," but instead I look directly into the camera with all the confidence in the world, and I say, "and I'm Garrison Carr," by accident.
I was always really sleep deprived for Sports Locker, and Grace was lovely because when I would sleep, I'd sleep underneath the desk and she would furnish my den with blankets and backpacks.
I also really liked all the opportunities I had, at least, to talk about Detroit sports.
I think on my first day on camera, I had ran in front of 2 cameras. I also called a hockey rink a hockey court, and I also called Joaquin Joaquin.
I definitely like being able to express myself and, learn a lot along the way. Just a lot of trial and error, and just having those opportunities to learn, grow as a sports, reporter and as a person with the friendships I've made. Definitely miss all that about Sports Locker, and I miss everyone.
I just want you to know that I love you and I miss you all, and I really wish that I was there celebrating with you guys. With that said, I'm Garrison Carr, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the reunion.
Bye!
And as always, don't forget to turn out the lights.
Some absolutely wonderful people that I've had the chance to work with on this show. It was great to hear from some of them, and we're glad that they could send a little note letting us know that they're thinking about us. Welcome back to our special alumni edition of the Rambler Sports Locker. I'm Nick Amatangelo. Loyola's athletic history is filled with players who went on to compete as professionals. Now, another great Rambler can add his name to the list. Former men's soccer standout Brian Beeman has signed with Puerto Rico FC of the North American Soccer League. The 2015 grad tallied 15 goals, including 6 game winners during his time in a maroon and gold jersey. Before signing with his new club, Beeman tried out for teams in Oklahoma, Texas, Florida, and Ohio. He says that while training is long, the warm weather and the beach keeps his spirits up. Puerto Rico FC is actually owned by NBA baller Carmelo Anthony. And speaking of ballers, it takes a player with mad hops to get to the rim and slam it home. And since I'm nowhere near capable of that kind of feat, we go to Chris Lehman, our dunk expert, to take a look at some top slams. Chris?
All right, with the NBA playoffs right around the corner, what better time than to focus on some of the top dunks that we celebrated here at RSL. Let's go ahead and get into our top 5 countdown. Coming in at number 5, we have one of my personal favorites. Unfortunately, it was off the set, so we can't really count it as an in-game dunk. But you see here, Nick was just not paying attention. He was actually working, and I took advantage of that to the fullest, snuck up behind him, got some immediate bounce, and a nice little appreciation from Joe here. Look at that. Finds the hoop. Nick has no idea what just hit him. The emotion is too real here. All right, the absolute next dunk, number 4. If that's 5, I can't even wait to see where this goes. Number 4, we have a live set dunk here. Nick thinks, I'm just finishing my read. No big deal. What could possibly go wrong? Little wide camera zooming out, and all of a sudden, I know where Bridget distracts him. We sneak up, and boom, the execution is flawless as usual. Joe with the killer celebration, and Nick with the attempted paper toss. That's my favorite thing. I hope we can get that one more time in slow motion. After all of the mayhem is settled, Nick has no idea what to do, so what does he do? Crumples up his paper. And now time for maybe the most exciting one. If we get into number 3, we have Jake Mazanke finished his top 3 read for the day, and he's sitting there thinking he's about to go home and curl up with a nice book for the night. But guess what? Nope, because here comes me flying in out of nowhere. Get out of here. Nice try, Jake, but if you check it out, the straddle here is really what sets it off for me. There's the dunk and the post-dunk straddle, and that is what makes that dunk number 3. We do have 2 more exciting dunks coming up after this, but you have to stay tuned and not leave after that. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Chris. We burn a lot of calories here at the Rambler Sports Locker. Over the years, we've been lucky enough to have some top-notch bakers help us keep up our energy. Bridget Sheeran and Griffin Rebecca put them to the test. Guys?
Ever feel a little down after March Madness? No more last-second buzzer beaters, cheering on your favorite college team, or maybe you lost some dough in your friend's pool. It happens. If you're anything like us here at RSL, you may have entered a slight stage of depression.
But it's okay, because our next segment will bring some of that dough back. It's Starch Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Megan, Rebecca, what happened?
Let's get ready for Starch Madness! Baking accidents, they happen. So anyway, welcome to our baking bracket challenge where everything's made up and on taste is all that matters. Cupcakes make me happy, but you know what makes me happy? The Admiral. I like to call this the hot and spicy Admiral. Sweet and spicy, just like Ralph Brassa. Real bakers don't need their arms anyway. And just like everything else I did for the Rambler Sports Locker, this as sports-like as this is going to get. Yeah, I know how to do this now. The Admiral Hot and Spicy.
So essentially what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make my entry into Starch Madness. I think I'm the only guy of the 4 of us, so I have to represent my species. What I'm going to make tonight is called toffee bars. I actually entered them in a county fair when I was in 6th or 7th grade, and they won a blue ribbon. This. So I just put the mixture into the tray, as you can see right there. So the toffee bars are now out of the oven. They look like that, get a little golden brown. Next thing you're gonna do, we gotta take these 6 Hershey's chocolate bars, put them on top, let them melt a little bit, spread them around, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. They're gonna look something like this. I cut them in little bite-sized squares, just pop them right in your mouth. It's a delicious treat. Once again, won a blue ribbon with them, so I'm expecting to move on.
Some of you might be wondering where the eggs are, and I'm not going to put any in because I don't have any, and I'm going to put chocolate chip cookies inside the cupcakes instead.
My name is Rebecca Bear, and for my part of the competition, I will be presenting strawberry tequila cupcakes. product. Strawberry margarita cupcake with strawberry buttercream icing and a tequila-soaked lime.
All right, so we're here with Rebecca and Megan, and we're about to try their delicious desserts. Bridget picked Megan.
I did. I couldn't get past the fact that Ralph was on a cupcake. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point. So I think we're just going to, I'm going to dig into Rebecca's right off the bat.
All right.
I got to be honest, the presentation is phenomenal.
Awesome.
I believe Cubs, is that?
Yes.
Cubs, okay,
Cubs.
beautiful. That's an A for a presentation. Oh, that's your one. I apologize. All right, where are we going?
That's pretty good.
Whoa. That is something special right there. Oh, man, that is the very nicest cheesecake I think I've ever tasted.
It is a very good cheesecake.
Wow.
Continue.
All right, that's what I was going to do. I was just going to lick my fingers. My apologies.
The presentation on Megan's is...
Listen, some of us travel from near and far with baked goods in their purses.
They are brownies, though.
So...
All right.
I can't say anything more than that.
Dig into this.
Oh, man. You all right there?
Yeah, it fell apart.
Guess I think I lost.
Wow.
That's really good.
That's
it's
really
kinda
tasty,
messy,
too.
But
This is going to be a difficult decision, you guys.
I can't.
Wow.
I can't.
I really like that. The taste is very good.
The taste on both is very good, but that presentation, I love you, Megan, but this is...
I don't even want to eat this.
No, I want to eat them, but Rebecca made a Cub C.
That's right. Being a Cubs fan, I'm going to have to go. I apologize, Megan.
That's
Yours
okay.
is very tasty. I'm going to have to go with Rebecca's. The presentation.
I applaud.
And the delightful taste.
I'm going to have to agree. The presentation just puts it over the top. They're both yummy, though.
Thanks for the pity.
Okay, so we have to send it back to you guys at the studio. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Those desserts looked fantastic. When we come back here at the Rambler Sports Locker, we do one thing better than anything else: ramble. But first, this show is known for its hard-hitting investigative reporting, as well as in-depth interviews. Now, you might be surprised to find out there actually is a lighter side to these otherwise intense and pompous individuals. Here is extremely rare footage of our talent attempting something never before attempted in the history of sports: humor. I had a feeling this was coming.
Oh! Wow. Wow. That's your number 2 dunk.
Loyola's teams just seem to be struggling nowadays.
I'm not exactly sure what it is. Maybe the weather? It's kind of been raining and damp, so maybe that's affecting it.
Could always have something to do with it, so. It's not only just
full ride
scholarship.
pay
Whoa,
groceries?
whoa, whoa! It's not even just the full ride scholarship.
On the 5th day of Christmas, Loyola gave to me 5 consecutive wins.
Here are some highlights from that game. Loyola down 6, up with a shot, no. With this, another missed shot, the save, and he puts it in. Up, and now Loyola's down 12.
No, that was pretty good, Nick. I think you gave Stacey King a run for his money.
Did you not get the memo?
Now, when Dr. Calhoun took over last spring, you thought you might still have a chance to participate.
I told her, Dr. Calhoun, I want to bring the pride back to Rambler basketball. I want it to be Jerry Harkness, LaRue Martin, Alfrederick Hughes, Garrison Carr.
Did you have the same success in intramurals?
Yeah, my intramural teams have won, I think, 42 championships during my time at Loyola. But I mean, you know what they say, after 27 you lose count, so I think my favorite one might be the 18 consecutive perfect games in bowling.
5 consecutive wins.
I even ran the race with one of my colleagues, Rebecca Baer, but it didn't go as well as I would have hoped.
So eventually I wound up right on Lakeshore Drive.
which was not even close to the racetrack.
This is not our studio, where are we? No, this is not. We're at the Gentile Arena right now. It's Midnight Madness tonight.
This is Nick Amatangelo from the Rambler Sports Locker. This is Nick Amatangelo once again. I'm courtside with Cully Payne. He's a junior this year. Now I'm here with Jeff White. He's a freshman. Now, Cully, you've had to sit out for 2 years. Now, Jeff, what led you to come to Loyola?
Thanks, Nick. Free t-shirts here. Free t-shirts.
News team, assemble! It's a triple whammy, folks. Whammy, whammy, whammy. You can't beat luck like that. Brick. Camera's over here, Brick.
I'm gonna have to go with Miguel Cabrera.
Why, Brick?
Because that's the name of a very old wooden ship in the Civil War era.
Is it really, Brick?
Yeah, okay.
Great Odin's Raven. Brick?
I invited the whole women's team to the pants party.
Dude, it's a party in your pants and you're invited. By the beard of Zeus, the cross-country team runs fast.
Do you want to come to the party?
No, I don't want to come to the party. Let's go. All right. Sweet Lincoln's mullet. The women's volleyball team is in the hunt for the Horizon League regular season championship. The team will look to senior Anna Etchison, who currently leads the Ramblers with 347 kills on the season.
And now it's time for the weekly ramble.
Joe, what happened to the sleeves in your sweater?
It's quite simple, Pat. You know what they say? Sun's out, guns out.
Dude, sunset.
Got him!
Just when you thought it couldn't get any more ridiculous on this show, Benita Gingerella has a whole bunch of drunk people in Speedos.
Do you see any targets near here?
Yes, I do.
What are you going to do about this?
I'm going to eliminate the targets.
I just know that Mark Rick's the coach for the other team.
Georgia? Is there more?
I hope not. I really hope not. This has been terrible. No, I'm just kidding. I love it here. Nope, I don't. All right, well.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Nice
Thanks.
matching pink ties.
They're not quite the same color, but that's all right.
Joke's on you. You guys are going to see them next. Thanks, you guys. Joke's on me. What is the better sports city? Die-hard New York fan. Die-hard Chicago fan. Is it New York? Is it Chicago?
It's definitely my hometown. I mean... How many of the Cubs won in your life?
Remember Jordan dunking over John Stark? Anybody who New York's ever produced. It hurts. Come on, it hurts me so. Psych.
You see? I saw that.
It's a little early for all this emotion. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Live from the Brendan Bond
Memorial Podium. May God rest his soul.
I'm Brendan Bond. Apparently, I'm the special guest, and this is my
Memorial Podium. Yeah.
It shouldn't really be a memorial podium. I'm still alive.
Here, I want to give myself a point, but I don't think I can do that.
That would be a point.
I want to give myself a point here. I want to give myself a point.
Now, Coach Moser, where did you learn to dance like that?
Thanks, Nick. I get buckets. Chris, you don't get buckets. Joe, I get buckets. No. Let's roll the clip. Let's roll the clip. Yeah, see, that's the wrong video.
How would you know? You weren't there.
Oh, right. I wasn't there. Anyway.
This is the Rambler Sports Locker.
You look at a couple of these pictures I'm showing you right here. These are pictures of bears doing things they're not supposed to do. Bears don't ride in bumper cars. Bears don't eat fancy dinners with people.
Sputo su tutti i vostri parenti.
Oh!
Do you kiss your mother with their mouth? Jeesh!
No.
Big Al, come here. Take care of this for a second.
What? What did I do?
Yeah,
huh?
you don't do
No,
that.
we've known each other for like 15 years, man. Hey.
It's better.
I can't! I will! I have to! Repeat until you believe!
NIU. I don't know. NIU, whatever that stands for.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
I'm really a fan of Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song. Something about those 8 crazy nights.
What do I want for Christmas?
I wish Detroit were bankrupt. Let's see what's
I want a Barbie dream house, Barbies, and a pink Corvette. Oh!
Alright. Well, we're doing this now.
Is my shirt green? Does Nabil's hair point toward the North Star?
Beginning next semester, we will no longer be referred to as the Rambler Sports Locker. Because move over, Martha Stewart, because Arts and Crafts with Grace and Joaquin is guaranteed to be a TV sensation.
This is Sports Science with Chris Lehman. I'm Chris Lehman, and yes, I am flexing. You saw there's two guys down here trying to guard him, but they couldn't guard him. You ever hear about the good old formula? A squared plus B squared equals, you know what that equals? Getting buckets.
There's nothing to it. I believe I
You know what has always bothered me about professional basketball?
The fact that it doesn't accept short, skinny Colombian kids.
I don't actually know anything about sports.
Oh, I already knew that ever since you told me you were a Red Wings fan. I met up with our own Chris Lehman and challenged him to a race because, hey, how hard can it be to run in a straight line? As we stepped up to the starting line, I was feeling pretty confident. Until... Go!
Did you guys just see that?
That wasn't even close.
That was rough. I felt bad.
That's it for this season of the Rambler Sports Locker. Be sure to keep up with us on RamblerSportsLocker.com.
Evansville is currently one spot above Loyola in the conference rankings.
They're too far.
Well, I'm not too sure what that was about. Wait, where'd Clark go?
Oh, Clark had to handle some breaking news, so Superman will be filling in for him today.
Loyola has been talking about changing their mascot from Lou Wolf and the Ramblers to the Ignatius Iguanas. Do you like that change? Do you have any thoughts on it?
Maybe the dumbest thing you ever heard. If that happens, I swear to God I'm dropping out.
Yeah. It's happened. Yeah.
Official thing? Are you kidding me?
Here at the locker, we've all caught the hockey bug, so please excuse any strange behavior from any of our staff members.
Hockey! I'm sorry. It's that darn hockey bug. It is so infectious.
This was much more funny when we weren't in flu season.
Yeah, and I haven't even had my flu shot.
You know, making predictions is not as easy as you think it might be. Unless you're a psychic, which, you know, unfortunately, I am not.
L surfing? People call it a sport, but it's more a mindset.
L surfing is like the competition of life. You know, like, if you fail at L surfing, you kind of sort of fail at life. It's really all the same.
High five.
Clean ride.
I don't know why I'm breathing so hard. I don't know if it was this run or if you're the one that just took my breath away.
Let's switch right now, swing.
I don't know about you, but I want a margarita.
Is that depressing?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Just before we introduce our contestants, I would like to say, because of some of the recent shenanigans, I have to bring a stress ball now, according to my doctor. Hey, y'all, and welcome to this week's Weekly Ramble. I'm your host, the Wonder Twin. Wait, I should probably change. Form of a Ramble host. So, we are in NBA season.
There is no possible way Kentucky would ever beat 76ers in one game, let alone a 7-game series. So I'm going to excuse myself from this debate, and I hope you all both have a Merry Christmas.
Marshall Lynch is sponsored by Skittles.
We already confirmed that M&Ms are better we're not sponsoring anyone. And once again, this is why we should hate the Patriots. Look at the rift they've created between us. he also mentioned Calgary, and this isn't really my phone. Hey, what's up, Joaquin? You kind of know that we're in a show right now, right? I'm not going to be on the show next week, apparently, because I have to go through sensitivity training.
As always, don't forget.
Don't forget.
And don't forget. And don't forget.
Don't forget. Don't forget to turn out the lights.
Wow, we've really come a long way, haven't we, studio wife? I almost feel like a proud papa.
That is incestual and pretty beautiful.
That's fair. Don't quote me on this, but I think that's probably the first time we've ever said that on the Sports Locker, and I really hope it's the last.
Yeah, me too. Well, we've had a lot of fun already, but don't turn off your YouTube stream just yet. The best is still yet to come.
Naturally, as Ramblers, we tend to ramble a lot, and we're somewhat reluctant to inform you that we have not one, but two full-fledged, hardcore weekly rambles for your viewing pleasure.
But we're going to do it a little differently. Both of our ramble hosts have their own unique style that you're going to get a chance to see tonight.
So let's get you up to speed a little bit on our opening ramble. It says here that Milot Mehta has returned from his hiatus as a Victoria's Secret buyer to moderate a ramble.
Today's debate will center around the future of the second most famous man in North Dakota.
Second to only Nick Amatangelo, of course. Without further ado, let's hear what they have to say about Carson Wentz.
Hey, welcome back, Rambler fans, to our special edition ramble. I'm your host, Milot Mehta. Now, some of you may know me as the sexiest man alive. For everyone who doesn't say that, well, they probably just can't talk. Now, enough about that. Let's get going on to a little bit more of me. Now, last summer, I had to decide what I was going to do, continue my education at Loyola, join the workforce, or declare for the NFL draft. Now, of course, I thought that maybe it wasn't best to put everyone else through the rigors of me being in the NFL, but there's another guy named Carson Wentz who actually has chosen that NFL draft path. And it looks like, the guy's got some skills. I mean, he's actually thrown just as many Division I, college football passes as I have, which puts him in very elite company.
I mean,
so,
look.
Whoa. We're going to get started now, it looks like. So, I'm going to kick it off to Pat. Pat, you let me know. Should Carson Wentz be a top 5 pick in this year's NFL draft?
Look, he is playing at obviously North Dakota State, technically Division I, but one CS. They are a dominant 1 CS program. The 1 CS is just a joke, right?
Milan? Wait, do we get to answer questions? I thought
you
graduated on this.
I
What
did.
are you doing?
This is the graduation show.
I don't know if anyone told you, but I am the host of the Ramble now.
No.
I think you gotta go.
Okay, look.
What is this, like Vince McMahon here?
I was guaranteed 10 minutes of screen time for this.
Nobody ever gets 10
I
minutes of
came
screen
back
time.
from Victoria's Secret.
Someone lied to
I could have
you.
been with models today.
I'm sorry.
Milot, I paid you before this.
Do you get entrance music like a wrestler coming out, or?
We can do it in post.
Okay.
So why are we talking about North Dakota when the Golden State Warriors have just broken the Bulls record?
Wait a minute.
Chicago.
I had so many. Okay, go on.
That's okay. Then it's my ramble now, Juliet. And we're going to talk about the Bulls and Golden State. Is Golden State, this team, as good as the 95-96 Bulls?
No.
Well, no, you got to talk first last time.
Fine, go ahead.
Thank you. Absolutely not. 2 words. Space Jam. When Steph Curry has a movie made after him, are you kidding me with the Looney Tunes? Absolutely not. There's no comparison. Absolutely not. Done.
Look, she got Space Jam. All right. Well, in defense of Steph Curry, he has totally revolutionized the game, right? Everybody's a great.
But is the team better?
But it's basketball, so it's really like 1-on-1, right? Like
What?
it's still
It's
Jordan
what
versus
basketball
Curry.
Five on five.
Wait,
In the NBA.
Wait a minute. Where's the podium?
Oh.
Why are you all doing a ramble without a podium? I don't understand what's going on here. We need to fix this. You out. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to take a brief pause. Back to you all at the desk right now.
Am I being
And we're going to
punked?
be back to do the ramble the right way.
Is there such a thing?
Are you ready for the grand finale and our final ramble tonight?
we're about to find out something I've always personally wondered about. Joe, what can you throw farther, a puck or a ball?
Okay. I'm not really sure that that's what this ramble is about, but close enough. We have a special treat for you from the Brendan Bond Memorial Podium.
Welcome back to the weekly ramble. This time, thank you. This time, complete with the podium, which is how it's supposed to be done. I don't know what y'all were doing earlier. The weekly ramble needs the podium. I'm Brendan Bond. This is the Brendan Bond Memorial Podium. All right, now. This is the Memorial Podium, which is inaccurately named since a memorial podium is usually for somebody who's dead, and I'm currently living, at least last I checked.
Check his pulse.
Joining me back here at the ramble is going to be Pat and Jillian again. Question I'm going to want to know from you two, which playoff there is currently beginning right now, the NHL or the NBA, which one should I be more excited about? Let me know. Pat, I'm going to give you the first dibs on this.
I'm a little biased. I'm going to say NBA, or I'm sorry, NHL. One, because I have a snazzy tie.
Slip.
Right?
Might have been a Freudian slip.
One, I have a snazzy hockey tie, close up on the tie.
Point for
nice
the word
lavender tie,
in proper
right?
context.
Very nice lavender tie. Hockey sticks, very cool. But
you don't talking about your wardrobe?
NBA playoffs, here's the thing with the NBA playoffs. It's the same movie again, right? It's going to be Warriors, Cavaliers. Everyone knows that. Right. The NHL, it's wide open. He is, but it's, I mean, you know, he hopefully probably wins again because I really don't want to see
You know who else is
Cleveland
wide
win.
open? Steph as soon as he gets across half court.
But the NHL playoffs, I think there are probably 16 teams that can win the Stanley Cup.
There are 16 teams in the NHL playoffs, so yes. That's
but I mean, they're really like 3, right? Okay.
I think it depends on a Jillian right now.
Okay, I agree with him. I agree with the NHL.
Of course.
The NBA, it's just, I'm not going to go with his same argument. Here's the point that I make
talk about your snazzy tie.
Here's the point that I make about hockey. These are people that actually want to play their sport. You see players that go out, they get pucked to the face, they go and sit on the bench, and they rip out their teeth, and they get back in the next shift. You see somebody like twist their ankle when they're taking a free throw and like out for the season. I'm sorry, D Rose. Like that's just not fun to watch.
Side effect.
Low blow. That was
low blow in Chicago,
that the Bulls were.
But side note, please, Henrik, come back. Come on. It's just you can play with one eye, right? You can play with one eye.
All right.
I think.
All right. I heard you.
I'm pretty sure.
Passion. The passion of the game.
What I want to know. What I want to know
tweets right here.
Give me a Stanley Cup prediction right now. If I'm going to watch hockey, which team should I expect in the Stanley Cup? Jillian, I'm going to give Jillian the first dibs on this one.
I'll tell you something wild.
Oh, pun. That's funny.
That's funny. The Minnesota Wild, clearly. I can never not cheer for my own team because nobody else does, including the people of Minnesota. So besides Adrian Peterson, hockey is pretty much all we have. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Kings over Capitals.
Bias. Wow. He gave two teams. That wasn't the question.
Well, that's a more in-depth prediction.
I heard your arguments here.
There are two teams in the Stanley Cup Finals, right?
I heard your arguments.
Very good at math.
Pat gave a very strong answer with his tie, talking about his wardrobe, very self-centered.
I'll get your check in the mail.
I love Jillian's pun on the Wild. I don't agree with them winning. I think it's going to be the Blackhawks.
It's not about that.
But I'm going to give it to Jillian. We are the champion. We are going to raise the W. You all at the desk.
Because that always works, right?
Well, for everyone involved in the last 5 years and for everyone who will be involved in the next 5, I'm Megan Carabelli.
And I'm Joe Flaherty. Thanks for stopping by the locker. And don't forget to turn out the lights.